Emilio Aguinaldo Ifami, born on March 22, 1869 in Cavite, Cavite, Philippines, was a man born into privilege who would dedicate his life to revolution. The son of a wealthy landowner and mayor, Carlos Aguinaldo, Emilio received a good education at the Colegio de San Juan de Letran in Manila. However, a cholera outbreak forced him to leave school early and return home to help his family manage their extensive farmland. Despite the comfort of his upbringing, Aguinaldo couldn't ignore the growing unrest among his fellow Filipinos. The Philippines had been a Spanish colony for centuries, and resentment towards Spanish rule, from heavy taxes to forced labor, had been simmering for generations. This discontent fueled the flames of nationalism, a burgeoning movement that Aguinaldo, with his sharp intellect and growing political awareness, would soon become a part of. In 1896, at the age of 27, Aguinaldo joined the Katipunan, a secret revolutionary society with a radical agenda-armed overthrow of Spanish rule. Led by Andres Bonifacio, a fiery and charismatic figure, the Katipunan pulsated with a deep resentment towards Spanish colonial abuses. Aguinaldo, with his sharp mind and strategic talent, rose quickly through the ranks, leading successful guerrilla attacks against the Spanish in Cavite. However, beneath this burgeoning military leadership simmered a personal and ideological clash. Bonifacio, a self-educated man of the masses, distrusted Aguinaldo's aristocratic background and more moderate political views. This tension reached a boiling point in 1897 at the Tejeros Convention in Cavite. Accused of corruption and despotism in a power struggle fueled by personal animosity, Bonifacio was executed on Aguinaldo's orders. This highly controversial act casts a long shadow over Aguinaldo's legacy, sparking debate among historians to this day. With Bonifacio gone, Aguinaldo became the undisputed leader of the revolution. He signed a truce with the Spanish, the Pact of Biak Nabato, that saw him and other revolutionaries exiled to Hong Kong. However, the fight for independence wasn't over. In 1898, the Spanish-American War erupted, presenting an unexpected twist in the Philippine struggle. Sensing an opportunity, Aguinaldo returned to the Philippines with American backing. The initial Filipino-American alliance was built on a shared enemy Spanish rule. Aguinaldo, along with Filipino troops, fought valiantly alongside the Americans to defeat the Spanish. On June 12, 1898, in his hometown of Kawit, Aguinaldo declared the independence of the Philippines, establishing the first democratic republic in Asia. He became its first president, a moment of immense national pride. However, the American dream of a strategically valuable colony in the Pacific clashed head-on with Aguinaldo's vision of a free nation. Filipino-American relations soured rapidly, fueled by mistrust and conflicting agendas. In 1899, the Philippine-American War began, a brutal conflict that shattered the initial alliance. Despite employing guerrilla warfare tactics honed during the fight against the Spanish, Aguinaldo's forces were no match for the superior firepower of the American military. The tide of the war turned decisively in 1901 with Aguinaldo's capture, effectively ending the organized resistance. He later swore allegiance to the United States, a decision viewed by many Filipinos as a betrayal of the revolution's ideals. Some historians even speculate that the Americans may have manipulated the rivalry between Bonifacio and Aguinaldo to weaken the Philippine revolutionary movement. While concrete evidence remains elusive, it's undeniable that American backing for Aguinaldo only went as far as their own interests. Aguinaldo's personal life, while less documented compared to his political exploits, also offers glimpses into the man behind the revolution. He married twice, first to Hilaria del Rosario in 1893 and later to Maria Agoncillo in 1904. Both women offered him unwavering support throughout his tumultuous life. However, whispers of romantic entanglements with other women during his exile in Hong Kong persist, adding a layer of complexity to his personal narrative. Aguinaldo lived a long life, witnessing the Philippines finally achieve independence in 1946. His legacy is undeniably complex. Some see him as a flawed hero, a brilliant military strategist hampered by political naivety. Others condemn his decision to collaborate with the Americans, viewing it as a betrayal of the revolution's ideals. Yet there's no denying that Aguinaldo was the spark that ignited the flames of Philippine nationalism and the architect of the First Philippine Republic. His story offers valuable lessons on leadership, the high stakes of revolution, and the fight for self-determination. It reminds us that the path to freedom is rarely smooth, often fraught with personal rivalries, controversial decisions, and the ever-shifting sands of international alliances.